What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon, and I am still waiting for my Seder, and today we are talking about the School for Good and Evil series by Soman Chinani. Okay, so I picked up this series a very long time ago. I was in high school. I don't even remember what grade I was in, but I remember reading the first two and thinking, oh, they're not bad. They're kind of on the weird side, but they're pretty funny, and I liked a lot of the themes that it had in it, so, overall, not bad. I kind of walked away from the series, and then by the time the third book came out, I just didn't really have time for it. It really wasn't on top of my priority list, so I just kind of bookmarked it at the library. I was like, I'll come to it if it's ever available. Well, this past week it finally was, so I just went ahead and checked it out. I really didn't think it was going to floor me or anything, but oh my god, was I wrong. The second I started the last book, which is The Last Ever After, I was instantly transported back to the tale of Sophie and Agatha as if I had never left. For those of you who don't know, the School for Good and Evil is about Sophie and Agatha, and obviously the School for Good and Evil, which is a fabled mystical school where all of our known fairy tale heroes attended and learned to star in their own fairy tales. People like Cinderella, Hansel and Gretel, Maleficent, Captain Hook, they all went to this school and learned how to become a good villain or how to become a good hero. And periodically throughout time, two people from the reader world would be taken to learn how to be in their own story, and that's kind of where Sophie and Agatha come in. They live in the land beyond the woods. They live in a land that isn't part of the story, but one night they are taken to the school and they become Evers and Nevers, and they go to classes like uglification and how to become like a good princess and how to talk to animals, and it is so absolutely adorable. But what makes this book interesting is the role reversal. Looking at the cover, you would expect Sophie to go to the School for Good and learn how to be a princess and find her prince. And then you'd see Agatha and think, well, obviously she's going to learn how to be a witch and go for the School for Evil. But that is not the case. It is very obvious the second you start this book that they are not what you would expect them to be. And once they arrive at school, their roles are reversed, and that's pretty much where our story takes us. It's Sophie and Agatha trying to figure out who they're supposed to be when they never thought that they could be this person because nobody ever expected it from them. And that is what I love about these books. It plays a lot with expectations. They never do what you expect these books to do. Whenever you think the story's gonna zig, it zags. It is really, really crazy. And you get a lot of really amazing progressive themes throughout the story, like how you don't need a prince to save you, how you can have a happy ending with anybody you want. The story doesn't have to end with you finding your prince, and that good and evil have to balance each other. You cannot have one without the other, and that you cannot dwell in the past. You need to learn from it and move on. You can't ignore it, but you cannot try and undo it. And that's something that I don't see in a lot of middle grade books, which these are. It has all of these really big themes in it, but never do they come across as dumbed down or overly simplified. These themes are complicated and they are messy, and you're supposed to understand that. You're supposed to understand that happiness isn't always what you expect it to be. What people want you to do isn't always what's gonna make you happy, and doing the right thing may seem like you're actually the one that's evil. There is a lot of complicated, messy lessons to learn throughout these books, and I love seeing that because these books are very easy to comprehend and digest. They are a lot of fun, which makes them perfect for kids. But since they have these really big themes in them, there is something in them for everybody. I'm 20 years old and I absolutely adore these books because it is just so intellectually amazing to sit here and look at the commentary that Chinani has created. Chinani is truly an amazing storyteller, one of the best of our time, creating all of these characters that are so dynamic. Every single one becomes fully realized, and this world that he builds is truly, truly breathtaking. The School for Good and Evil is definitely way up on my list as some of the best books I have ever read, and I highly recommend you check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can talk books with me every Monday. That's everything I got for today, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!